The Thunderbolt construction, of course, has that carbon and T-band stringer for torsional flex. This is his 9-4 double scoop model into a 5. Nose riding through that section, locked in that 5, goes into a critical lifting 10, one of the more dynamic 10s we've seen of the heat. Walks cleanly out of that 10 and climbs and then charges with control and style through that nose ride, and boom, bang, and he cracks that one. Come through for Skin Dog, but what about this with the replay, Constable?
So here it is, straight up, nice little fade, 5, 10 takeoff, then held to 5, back up again, just hanging there, adjusting well, another 10, that's his second 10. Big snapping turn there, that was for a small wave, quite dynamic, so yeah. This is really good and finishes it. And then you watch this one at the end, he looks at the guys on the beach.
Ben, highest heat total, highest single wave score of that event, the 8.83. How did it feel out there just to get the ball rolling?
Yeah, good. I mean, it's definitely tricky today. There's a little bit of devil wind came in just before the last sort of couple of heats of the women. There's still waves out there, but you've got to be really selective. And to be quite honest, it was about as much as most like home than I could have asked for, you know, not just temperature-wise, but the conditions at home haven't been good the last 2 months. And I think that's put me in actually good stead for this, you know, so it's good.
And you're the first person who's come in and said they're hot and they're warm, talking about home as well. But you got a lot of waves in that heat. You really connected to your equipment, taking a lot of momentum. How's it feel to have a 4-stop Longboard World Tour, and what momentum are you carrying from last year?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, you know, there's just being part of this tour for seems like my whole life, since I was about 15, part of a family, they're all friends, and coming to each event is a great feeling. We're getting better and better waves thanks to WSL putting us in better locations and giving us a bit more of a platform for us to showcase our skills and the boards that we're making, and so it's an amazing journey.
And 2 more questions. You were over in El Salvador supporting your son at the ISA World Junior Titles. Finals for longboard are going to be there this year, and what sort of encouragement does that give you, because you had a great result there this year?
Yeah, El Salvador is an incredible place for waves. The consistency is like unbelievable. I don't think I've ever been anywhere that's as consistent, but also I've never been anywhere so hot in my whole life. So if I'm getting hot out there, I'm going to get really hot in El Salvador. And it is kind of difficult competing out there a lot. So that format of the last 8 and potentially surfing 7 heats in that heat's going to be a challenge, but the wave's really fun, and, you know, let's try and get to the top and surf as little heats as possible.
And just lastly, let's just have a look at the double scoop on the tail of this board. So this is a self-shaped board. This is the Thunderbolt technology. Ben is one of the few people on the world tour who designs, shapes his own equipment, has his own factory Skin Dog surfboards. And this double scoop back there, there's some magic in it. And this Flying Diamonds fin is Ben Skinner model as well, with a little bit of edge on the tail. I mean, longboarding is one of the few sports in the world where the athlete is designing their own equipment. And what does it mean for you to do well on your own design?
Yeah, I think there's no doubt that I feel really attached to my equipment because I've put so much thought into it and actually made it myself, and made mistakes, made them better, made more mistakes, made them better again. And so it's just a nice feeling to be riding something that you've put so much love and attention into. So yeah, pretty stoked and proud that this board works so well. It's helping a lot of people around the world, so have a go.
All right, thanks, Ben. We look forward to seeing you coming up in round 3. Let's go back to this heat, live action with the boys.
Congratulations, Skin Dog. In fact, I did take a little crack of his fin at Lawn Point a few days ago. I loaned him my fin. I do use his model fin. It goes best with that 9.4 double scoop.